What is going on, guys and girls? It's GhostRobo, and today is an awesome day, especially if you are a Nintendo fan, because Smash Brothers released, Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire released, and the Amiibos released. The first wave of Nintendo's NFC figures are out, and I am here to unbox all of them with you. We've already seen 3 that I got early from Nintendo. We've got Link right here, in case you have not seen this glorious figure. They're actually really well made, and just as like action figures slash statues, I think they're really awesome in their own right. And then they have effects within Super Smash Bros. For Wii U, and they have effects within Mario Kart 8 and Hyrule Warriors, and I believe they'll work with the 3DS, the new 3DS eventually next year, and more games on the Wii U as well. We've got Main Man Mario, who I think is one of the best. He's got that fireball flame, as well as his denim overalls that are textured to be different than the rest of his body, which shows how much care went into these guys. We also have Kirby, who looks freaking Kirby-licious. His cute ball, a fluffy power here, perfect. All of them come on a base that reminds me of sort of the Super Smash Bros. Trophy base. On the bottom, there's not really anything there, but you'll place these guys on your Wii U gamepad like this. If you have the gamepad, these guys will go right here in this little square space, rectangular space right here that was previously for absolutely nothing, but you just tap them on there, and then they are activated within the game. So Mario Kart 8, they'll give you a new costume for your Mii Racer. Super Smash Bros., they'll give you a fighter that you can train and battle against or battle with. Hyrule Warriors, they unlock some weapons, and so on and so forth. But now let's get to some of the new guys. I have the entire Wave 1 here, and we'll start with a Pokemon, because like I mentioned, the new 3DS games were out. The packaging for these guys is awesome. It's color-coded based on their character, and then you've got the figure. They are $12.99, which is pretty pricey, but like I said, they work well just as sort of like desk mates, as well as video game accessories. And like, as somebody who my entire childhood always wanted good Nintendo figures, good Pokemon figures, like, these fit the bill, and they are detailed to a T, so it works out pretty darn well. Let's pop this guy open. With their nice, easy packaging, you can remove the figure really well. Now, these guys, sometimes Skyliners would work within the packaging, where people would just buy the package and not take them out and leave them in either for collecting's sake or something a little more nefarious, but these do not work within the packaging. Pikachu right here, one of the best, I think. He's perfect looking. He basically, I mean, Pikachu isn't hard to do, but he's a really well done Pikachu. Not too chunky, not too thin. They kind of go back and forth on either pudgy Pikachu from the OG Pokemon cartoon days or the more thin Pikachu that we now see. But he is a really nice one. And then my personal favorite of the bunch is Princess Peach. I think she looks fantastic. The detail on her dress, as we open her up here, you're going to see, is pretty darn amazing. Like, she was well made, and it kind of reminds me of like a cake topper, although it's definitely not a cake topper. Her face is a little bit funky, but you'll notice on her dress there's like some gold detailing that's really good, and it's all like, her dress is all textured, like all the different like lacy bits, it's multi-layered, it looks really good. Her face up close, as you see here, doesn't really look like Peach, it's a little too thin. But she's pretty good, and she's hiding her support structure underneath there. Like Link's, I'm not quite sure why it's like pea yellow right here. That's a little bit of a strange choice to help him maintain his pose, but hers is hidden pretty well. I like how they were able to pose them. It's better than them all just standing straight up, and you could have done something like Skyliners where they just have their feet glued down and then everything else could be different, but here they're in more action poses, which I think fits the games that they represent a little bit better. Let's pull out another really cool one. This guy, Fox McCloud, looking really freaking awesome, and it's interesting who they chose for Wave 1, because there's definitely some mainstay favorites, Mario, Link, Pikachu, like we showed you, but guys like Bowser didn't make it into Wave 1, Luigi didn't make it into Wave 1, Princess Zelda didn't make it into Wave 1. I believe that's supposed to hit by the end of the year, and then there's a third wave in February, which will complete sort of the initial burst of Amiibo for Smash Brothers. Like, it kind of completes that roster, because we are getting guys like Shulk and people you might not initially expect. There's something weird on the bottom. There's just like this silver sticky thing on the bottom. I didn't know why that was there. But Fox McCloud may be the most detailed of the bunch. He's got weird knee supports that are blue, but you'll see his character model is freaking crazy. I'm not the biggest Star Fox fan, but this might be the best Amiibo just because he is so dang cool looking. And his pose is ferocious. He's got the little eye visor, and he's got everything that he needs, including the bushy tail. What does the fox say? The fox says he's really awesome. Even on his gun holster here, you'll see right there, there's a little Star Fox logo. It's not really visible that close, but it's definitely there, and it's really, really well done. So that is the first 6. Now let's get to the other 6. Pull out a wacko one right now, which is Wii Fit Trainer, again, from Smash Brothers. Probably the least detailed, most random of the bunch, but hey, gotta give some love to the Wii Fit Trainer, as she's a pretty cool new character in the game. She has a clear base to support her structure, and she's doing a nice pose here, pulling some, what is this called, like a scorpion or whatever, reaching her leg back above her head, which is crazy to me because I ain't got no flexibility. But Wii Fit Trainer is one of the taller amiibos of the bunch, and also one of the more like horizontal with her big arm poses. Next up, we'll do another fan favorite, Donkey Kong, looking really great. I'm excited to see how his fur feels. Donkey Kong was modeled so well on Tropical Freeze, and he looks great in Smash Brothers as well. I feel like they nailed his form in this Amiibo version here. His face, typically Donkey Kong has a dumb-looking face, but they really hit it out of the park here. He's sitting on a clear crystal. His face is one of the best ones I've seen of the Amiibos. Come on, DK, show him what you got. Who are you? Let's hit the spot with your monkey dumb. Yeah, his fur is not furry. That would be like a really... They should make a special edition DK with actual furry fur, but it's all textured. His freaking tie is flying off, and you can see, like, if we look up close, it's definitely all textured and looks really good. And his facial expression is one of perfect DK-ness. You can stick your finger in his mouth and pretend he's biting you if you're a weirdo like me. Let's go to... this... Fox Peach Samus might actually be my favorite. She's freaking incredible because... it's all like metallic and well done. I'm excited to see if it feels any different than the rest of the guys. I'm sure obviously it's not made of metal, but the coating looks really cool. And I want you guys to let me know in the comments below which Amiibo is your favorite, or if your favorite isn't here, which one are you really hoping to get? I think my favorite is probably... we'll decide at the end, but let me know your favorite. Samus is very long and lanky and gorgeous. Her blaster is perfect. Her metallic nature looks really good, and she's maintaining a pose that is all her own, looking really nice. She feels... now, she does feel a little different. Like, the texture is a little bit different, which is cool. Like, Mario's hat, I'm feeling down here, and it's more rubbery, whereas hers does feel a little bit more plastic metally. Obviously, it's not real metal, but it's still, like, very, very well made. We'll give you one more quick look at the Metroid star, looking ferocious. I wish we had a Ridley one, but unfortunately, Ridley ain't playable. Who do we got next? Oh, tried and true Yoshi. He may be simple, but he's freaking spectacular. I wonder if they're ever going to do like a full Pokemon run, especially with the new 3DS that is released in Japan now, and probably coming stateside next year, as well as Europe. There is an NFC thing on that you can drop these on. Imagine if they did this with Pokemon. So maybe not like the RPG traditional Pokemon, but say like a Pokemon fighting game, or like a Pokemon, I don't know, like a more of a Pokemon Stadium type game, and you could buy like your Pokemon. That would be genius. First of all, it would sell a ton. Second of all, I would love it. Like, so say you could go and like, I want Charizard as part of my 6, I'm gonna buy Charizard and then he's on my team. Obviously it would remove the element of catching and training, but if it was a different style of game, which Pokemon is really in need of, I think, that would be super cool. Here is Yoshi. We'll take a look at the dino himself, Yoshisaurus, or Yoshi T. Koopasaurus, whatever his real name was determined to be. I know him forever as Yoshi, with the big nose and sort of the pose that says, I don't know what's going on, I'm just running out of here, and happily entering the ring for battle. He is pretty darn cool. No Diddy Kong. No Diddy Kong. I think Diddy Kong is coming, and he's not in Mario Kart 8, which is so odd, but there's supposedly a rumor that they might do a Diddy Kong Racing 2. I value that pretty low because it seems like a long shot, but I have heard that now multiple times throughout the last year, so keep an eye out for that. And we've got 2 more, and we'll go with Marth now, who to me is my least favorite Amiibo. First of all, I think he looks, his facial expression looks the least like him, and second of all, I'm just not a big Marth fan. Sorry to all you Marth lovers out there, but Marth is here, and we definitely will show him. He's actually a pretty cool figure, like just as like a figure. I just don't think it really looks that much like Marth. You can see his face. He kind of has, his hair is too big in the front, and he kind of looks like a girl. But he's got the detail on his back, representing Fire Emblem here with his sword and whatnot. We'll give him just a bit of camera time, and we'll wrap things up with, I think that's 12, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. Yeah, this is the 12th and final. Those big beady eyes. We've got Villager here, and a lot of people are like, why Villager? but I think Villager is one of the cooler new fighters in Smash Brothers. I really like his moveset, especially where he like builds the tree up and then chops it down. That's like ridiculous. And I love his fire hydrant rocket attack, where he can either shoot the fire hydrant out or he can ride it himself for extra damage. That is very cool. And of course, Animal Crossing is really big. I wish that Isabelle and Villager were not in Mario Kart, because I think they're kind of goofy for that. And they had picked a different series, like, I don't know, go with more, you know, go with Pokemon, or go with Metroid, or go with any number of these guys. But we will be getting Villager and Isabelle in the next Mario Kart DLC, which doesn't come out until May, which seems so far away. But I'm sure we'll get there in no time. Come on, Villager. They don't want to look at his big beady eyes. There we go. Number 1. And he looks like a weird little boy, which is what he is. But he's still very detailed and looks a lot like Villager from the game. So we've got the full set now. You're taking a look at all of them. Let me know your favorite in the comments below. Smash that like button if you enjoyed this video or plan on getting any of these Amiibos for yourself. Amiibo is still a strange name. It supposedly has to do with a friend and me in the middle of there, so I'm not sure what the bow part is all about. But these guys are very cool. It makes me super glad to have a full set of them. If we like hold all these guys up here, see how many we can actually hold. They look very, very amazing. So I'll pick up Mario and DK and Pikachu and Samus here, and you can just kind of see an assortment of these guys all in your hands. Like, it looks kind of like you just hit the Nintendo jackpot. All of them here. Very, very fun. Very, very cool. Let me know your favorite. I think, oh, Samus, Pikachu, Fox. I really like Peach because I'm a big fan of Peach, but I'm going to give my favorite Amiibo actually to Fox McCloud. I think he's like, he has so much detail on him, and he looks like, I don't know, I think he looks freaking perfect. And even though I'm not the biggest Star Fox fan, this guy wins the show for me. Make sure to let me know your favorite Amiibo in the comments down below. Fox says hello, and we will say goodbye. Hope you enjoyed this video and have a fantastic day. These guys run $12.99 and should be available most places. Pretty pricey, but they're pretty cool as figures and also as video game playmates. Until next time, guys, girls, thanks so much for watching. Have a fantastic day. Drink so much chocolate, and we'll see you all later. Real quick before we get out of here, here is the full lineup, the first 12 Amiibos, all of Wave 1 in their glory. It's like a zoo of Nintendo love here, bringing me way back, and also right now, because the Wii U is putting out some of the best games of 2014. Here is the full Wave 1 of Amiibo. Whew, pretty darn awesome.